Hey guys, it's Jonathan. So welcome to the channel. First of all, this is one of the first videos we've done. We'd really like to thank all of y'all for coming, watching. I'm sure a lot of you are either friends or family, but we're going to document this whole process through a series of videos. I don't know how long the channel is going to run beyond that. Lacey and I, which is my wife, y'all will meet her here soon, but not in this video. Gotta make it come back for something. We're documenting this whole process. We're trying to build a 3-container shipping container house, and my parents are probably going to build, or are planning on building, a 2-container shipping container house. So a lot of people, a lot of videos I've seen, there's either contractors involved or I don't like the way people explain things, and I'm sure we'll miss some stuff. I'm sure we'll gloss over a few things that I don't feel are completely necessary to document, but I'd like to document the things that I can't seem to find out there that I'm having to have to work out myself. Just so that, anybody who wants it or needs it out there you have a video reference you can use should you choose to do something like this on your own. Or, I mean, this is America, so, obviously building your own house is, come on, that should be part of the American dream nowadays. But we're not going to get too political. So what we've got going on today is we're prepping the site, basically. I've got a buddy out here who's got his tractor and he's got his laser level out. We're trying to level one of the spots we're planning on putting my wife and I's 3-container house. Now that's going to wind up being a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, a 900 square foot house, just because we do plan on having children. We're still both pretty young. My parents, however, are not quite as young as we are. Still not old, but they're still not young. And they're building a 2-container shipping container house. It's just going to be a 1-bed, well, I think it's technically going to be a 2-bedroom, but one's going to be an office for if and when they have grandkids come visit them. So I'm gonna stop this right here. We're gonna do a cut, and I'm gonna go over there and we'll get some footage of the area and just some footage of just the site as it is. I'll catch y'all there. This is gonna be technically the first episode in this process. So as you can see behind me, we're back there leveling some ground. Basically what he's doing is we've got a slight hill right there, and he's trying to level that out so that when we bring in the containers, we can actually set them flat on there. I'm just gonna turn this around real quick so you can see the rest of the spots. We got 2 going right here, 1 going behind this shed, and then obviously we got 3 going down there at the end of the road. And I'll walk you down there. Ignore the gigantic holes in the ground. Those are for our perk test. We're having septic put in at some point here in the near future. And they're not that deep, but it would definitely hurt to fall in, let's put it that way. We walk down our little gravel, it's not gravel yet, our little wood road. He's down here digging away. Got the laser level out. You can see the deer feeder down there. Ain't got no deer on it because we're out of hunting season now. Got another perk test hole. There's actually a 3rd one somewhere over there up on top of the hill, but yeah, we're getting some of these trees cleared out of the way, and he's making good work of that little machine right there, I tell you what. But as soon as we get this dug out some more, I would set up a time lapse, but I seem to have left the tripod sitting at the house. So I will come back and update you guys just as soon as we get a little bit more progress, let's say. All right, y'all. So we're back up here at the top of the hill now. Obviously, if I turn this around, you can kind of see we got a little bit of a forestry road that leads into our property. And as I turn, we got the forestry gate. And as you continue down the forestry gate, obviously there's my buddy's truck who's down there on the far. You can't see him. He's way down there on the other end. This lens makes this land look a lot bigger than it is. But right up here, we just got our piles of crap that we're saving for whatever we want to hold to. We got a few little fruit trees right in here. I'll walk you over there. We got our gravel road we poured, and then the road that just disappears back off into the forest on the other end of this truck right here. As we walk down, we've got a little bit of flat land. We do have a school bus tiny house that's actually going to wind up being parked up here. If y'all want to see a video on that one, by all means, let me know. I may do one anyway, just because we're just getting started. But here's a shade tree that we're holding on to. We're trying not to tear it down. Stump next to it might come up, and then those 3 little skinny trees that are over there ain't doing a whole lot of nobody no good. But yeah, you can see we just got a few of them. Sorry if I'm talking slow. I'm looking for snakes as I walk through the grass. We got a few little orchard trees going on over here, and just some few baby fruit trees. We're trying to get them to grow up. Good old shed sitting right here. We're gonna drop the container right here behind this one now, and this is gonna become a shop for us to be able to do all the woodworking and other projects we got going on. Just some more crap around the front. And then this spot right here, this is where we have been kind of camping. Basically, we got a little bit of a flat spot right here. I don't know if you can see it, we got a stake right here. There was a flag, it's fallen. A few more flags as you walk down to another stake. A few more flags on this side. This is the spot where my parents' house is gonna go. Is right here. From this wood line over to that tree, basically about 5 foot off that tree. We're gonna have to move our fire pit. But where the covered cars are and my Mustang now, that'll be their driveway. And our little shooting table will definitely have to move. A nice little fire pit. All these rocks are from out here too, so it's real nice. I actually dug up about 5 more while he's been over here digging. Down here on this side of the other gravel driveway, we got a little nice hanging target down there. I don't know if you can see it, but nice little shooting range. What you can't see is giant brush pile sitting behind that little target right there. So anything you shoot into is gonna hit that brush pile before it continues down on into the little valley that's behind it. Don't worry, we know what we're shooting through, so it's all, excuse me, it's all safe. Up here, we've got our perk test holes, a little dilapidated hunting blind up there in the background. If you can see it, it's camouflage. Lord help. So perk test hole 1. We got a second one right here next to the laser level, my buddy with the tractor. There's actually a third one just about 20 yards up the hill from him right there. And then our property goes all the way up this hill. It's like all the way up there to the top, up to the road again. Now obviously we chose to build here because we don't want to be super visible from the road. And my parents chose to build over there because again, they got that tree line to protect them from the road. Now you see he's hard at work trying to level out that spot for us. And as we come down into this is the little holler we got on the land. And as you continue down this road, we technically already had all this bush hog that was all grown up, but we got it all cleaned up. Down in here we got a nice little deer feeder and a salt lick. And it's just a nice little clearing. Got some bamboo growing up in here. Now there's actually a spring that runs down there, and then about 20-30 yards back over the line, because our land does back up to the national forest. There's actually a river on the forestry side, so we do have access to water. Don't ask me the logistics or legalities of getting to that water. We're gonna figure something out, but this is a nice little spot down in here. It's nice and shaded when all the leaves are out. We're just coming back into spring here in Alabama, so it's not exactly the most shady, but it's a nice day out today, so that's why we're out here trying to get some of this accomplished, because hopefully we'll have some containers coming in later this week, and with any luck I can be on site to film when they get here. We'll just have to see what work schedule allows for. And that's about the gist of the land right now. There's not really any reason to take you up on top of the hill because there ain't nothing up there. Our property technically ends at the end of this little road right here, so maybe another 100 yards down. And a large chunk of our property that's this direction out to the forestry line is heavily wooded, and I don't feel like going on a freaking expedition today. So I'm gonna flip this camera around. There we go. So yeah, that's what we got going on today, for now at least. And I will I'll cut here in just a second to some more footage of whenever either he's leveling or some more footage of once we got it leveled. Well, all right guys, so because of timing and because I had to pay the man and you know, he has other places to be, unfortunately I did not get a whole lot of the footage of where he was finishing up. He wasn't, you know, he may be a buddy of mine, but he's not super keen on being on camera. I mean, I told him we're literally just starting, so we're not going to have that many viewers, but I understand you got to respect everybody's privacy. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you guys what we got going on down here. So yeah, we got this big old mound of dirt right here. Now this is technically from where we leveled this out. He laser leveled all this. It may look a little wonky. The center is about a couple inches higher than the edges so that we don't get water pooling underneath the containers. But we're gonna have to come back and put in a small retaining wall over here on this side. As you can see, it's probably about 2 foot tall right here in the center, and it comes on back here to the back. But this is about 50 foot by about 30 foot, give or take. In other words, I'm not entirely sure how big this is. There's the trees we had to take down that were in here, but But yeah, so this is where the houses will go. Now when we put in a retaining wall here, we'll probably put in a French drain before we pour it, just so that if water comes down the hill itself, it's not going to slide, it's not going to cave this in over time. And this hole that's right here is one of our perk test holes, because we are trying to have septic put in. As soon as we figure out whether it's going here, whether it's going, if it's going here, we're gonna have to dig this back up anyway. But I'm hoping they'll go with the one over there by the Mustang instead of with this one. And if they don't go with this one, we're literally just gonna fill this right back in. But yeah, that is a majority of site prep done. We're not doing a whole lot more than that. We are gonna do some pillars to put them on. We haven't yet decided whether we're gonna do like poured concrete, whether we're gonna pour a full, not a full slab, but like a partial slab right where the containers meet the ground across all 3 containers, front and rear, whether we're gonna do poured pillars or whether we're gonna do cinder blocks yet. We're not trying to go that high, and cinder blocks can hold quite a bit of weight. They're also by far the most cost effective, and if we have any problems, we can just jack the containers back up and then do something different if we need to. Not an ideal situation. If there is a failure in the system, it should happen early on, because the containers are not going to be done for a while. So we'll put them on there, let it rain a couple times, let them settle, and see how they do. But other than that, that's literally everything. We were going to level out this hill up here. You really can't see it from all the way down here, so I'm not going to show you. We were going to kind of level off that slope, but after talking with a guy and after looking at a few things, it doesn't really make sense to dig into that right now, because we may disturb the hard packed dirt on our road, which means when the 18-wheelers bring in the containers, it might make it even harder for them to actually deliver. And all that dirt over there is fresh. He did run it over with the loader a bunch, trying to compact it down. We'll probably get a compactor in here at some point, compact it down even further. We did a little bit of digging down on our spring too, and found a lot more water, so that's really nice. But other than that, guys and gals, however many of y'all actually watch this, that's it. I really appreciate you.